This is Hack College. It's a 35-to-1 payout when all you can afford are penny slots. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly. We're here at CES and we hacked in and we are going to teach you how you can hack into any conference.
Any conference. But also, as long as we're at CES, we're going to show you the coolest products for students of the year and lots of stuff that just came out recently, like yesterday and stuff. Crazy cool stuff.
And we're here, obviously, live in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the NBC Universal booth here. NBC Universal invited
more like
us.
Acre or something. It's like a
crazy. NBC Universal invited us to come here. They've got like a blogger lounge in the back. They've got like stages set up. I mean, like, if you can't tell, we're just like nuts excited about
the
this.
seats are still warm from, you know, the other
MSNBC
anchors who have been chilling in these all day. But anyway, let's get right to it. Hacking those conferences.
Hacking into conferences. So Chris has actually never paid for a conference pass in advance.
And in many cases, never paid for one, period.
Yeah. He always just shows up at these things and is like, all right, I'm going to do this.
I'm going to hack in, baby.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So, well, the first thing is getting there. You know, travel is always a biatch for students.
Yes.
So,
we use a lot of frequent flyer miles, so you want to like get that credit card going early, start accumulating those miles, and then like pick a conference like a year out where you're like, I'm going to fly here on frequent flyer miles, and you can also pay for hotels with frequent flyer miles.
Yeah, so we do that. Couch surfing, pack as many people as possible into the same hotel room.
Yeah.
For a while, when we were going to go to South by Southwest this year, we were going to just pack all the Revision 3 interns into one room. But, you know, it kind of fell apart.
Crazy.
But anyway.
So, and then like once you get there, they also have like student passes, but those usually go pretty fast.
Yeah, they go fast, but also they're like really reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, they're like 50 to 100 bucks maybe, you know. But lots of places like South by does not honor the student anymore.
But thankfully, South by Southwest can also be hacked. So once you get there, one really popular thing to do is go lobby conning.
Lobby conning. I don't know who coined it. I want to know who coined it. I tried to look it up one time, and it was kind of like there's not much stuff about it. So lobby conning is going to a conference, but just hanging out in the lobby, basically. Yeah. Okay? So, you know, number one priority there is obviously you're just there for the parties.
Yeah. Parties
so it's like you're not even getting into the panels. You're just chilling in the lobby, talking it up with people, and then you figure out where the parties are, and that's where the fun is to be had. And at South by, there's parties like in the middle of the day and stuff. So,
but if you do want to get into like that one panel, like there are ways of like sneaking in. You can either just like rush in with a horde, which is kind of shady, or
I've done that a few times. Yeah, so at South by, that's what I did. I just like go in with a horde of people. You know, they can't check everyone.
Yeah,
you know?
And then you perfected the other method, which I'll let you take credit for.
Well, okay, so if you just like get into a conversation with like the girl who's standing there checking the passes, you know, then she'll probably let you in.
You look like Chris,
You kind of gotta like plant the seed at first. You like go up to him, talk to him for a little bit, you know.
Walk away, get a
coffee, come back, like, hey, you know, I don't have a pass. Can you get me in? You know, and they're like, shoot, get in there. You know?
If either of those things aren't quite your thing, you can always volunteer at a lot of these conferences. So you can just volunteer at like South by Southwest Interactive, and then go to the music or vice versa.
That's a really popular thing for university students. You volunteer at certain parts of the conference, and then they'll give you a free pass into the other, like, super expensive parts.
Like $700. So that's huge value for you. Speaking of South by Southwest, we're going to take this time right now to announce a little contest that we're going to run. We don't have the details right away.
No total details, but we're definitely giving away a pass to South by Southwest for a student.
Yeah.
So
and we're going to work on like getting you guys there. We're still like working out all the details, but we got the pass in the hotel room secured for now. So
how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
What's this for?
This is live on the internet.
Live on the internet, man.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Back off. All right.
So anyway, before we get into the products, we want to...
No. Was not expecting that. Hey, where's the PAs locking us down here? What's going on?
PA.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
I think we are.
There are other ways to get the free passes, and so what were we on? Oh yeah, the South by pass. So you know, check hackcollege.com. We'll keep you updated on that whole deal.
Future. And before we start going over all these gadgets on the table, we want to talk about our two sponsors, Cakeworks.
Wait.
And GoDaddy.
One more hack. Gotta do this.
Okay, sorry.
Getting a legit pass as a press pass. That's how we got in here.
Press passes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So now there's this whole line that's blurring at conferences between like a legitimate journalist and a blogger. Yeah. And so it makes it possible for people like us to get press passes to a conference.
And if you're really shady, you can always just like make up a website.
Exactly.
There's no like security. You can just like be like, this is my blog. It gets a lot of
They don't ask for like your numbers or anything usually.
Exactly, so.
They just want 3 crucial items, okay? an actual
Ivy.
relevant like article.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your blog or published somewhere. A business card. That's the one you'll forget.
Yeah.
And then your ID.
Yeah.
So that links it all together into one guy, and you can usually just show up with those credentials and get in. So a great in is if you work at the student newspaper. Okay, so I work at the Los Angeles Loyolan, just so you know. Does that sound like a college production?
No, it does
not.
not,
Necessarily. Not on the phone. Los Angeles is what they hear. They perk up. They're like, oh.
Yeah.
And so like I can go to concerts for free, movies for free, premieres, anything. So yeah, check out your student newspaper. That's another good in.
Okay. Sponsors.
Sponsors.
Kegworks, that's you.
So first of all, Kegworks is the craziest place ever to get all of your drinking paraphernalia.
Yes.
So they've got all sorts of, like a cool hack, for instance. Take that old mini fridge that you just bought for college and is useless now. You've got a regular size fridge. You can convert it over to a kegerator.
They have kits to convert.
They have kits to convert
into a kegerator.
Into a kegerator.
Yeah.
It's really sweet.
Stuff
so
like
you
that.
can like shut away the little mini fridge with a keg inside of it and have a tap like right in your kitchen counter. How cool is that for a frat house?
And where should all of the viewers go?
And so you should go to hackcollege.com/kegworks, and we've got all sorts of little product suggestions, beer pong things that are cool.
If you have like some extra
Drinking game
Christmas
stuff.
money, you should probably, go over there, spend some cash there, support
cool
our
stuff.
sponsors. Second sponsor, GoDaddy. As you might know, GoDaddy is a great place for internet hosting and domain name purchasing. It's what I use. It's what we use.
Yeah.
Great service.
.com rates starting at just $1.99. Wow. Okay.
$2. I would
enter
buy that.
the code REV1 to get some percentage off.
Percentage off your order. Just type it in. You'll figure it out.
Some restrictions apply. See the site for details.
Get your piece of the internet at GoDaddy.com.
Onward.
Okay.
Look at all the goodies we got.
Gadgets.
All right.
Let's go.
So number one
I'll let you take
coolest thing
take it.
at CES. I think on the podcast I've said before that the coolest laptop they could ever create would be one of these like breast pocket sized guys, and that's what this dude is. This is the Sony Vaio
Lifestyle P-Series.
P-Series? Yeah,
Yes.
P-Series. Brand new, starts at $900.
Yep.
Kind of reasonable.
$899.99
to be exact. So it runs actually powerful enough. You'd think it would be like a netbook, but it's powerful enough to run Windows Vista.
I can't believe that.
There's some problems with it though.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, yeah, you want to go? Go, take one.
I really like this, and like one thing that it should also be highlighted here is the keyboard. It's kind of like the new MacBook keyboards, and it's actually a full-size keyboard, believe it or not.
They claim it's full size, but that shift key does not look full size to me in the
you're right
corner
about
there.
that, yeah.
That's my favorite shift key.
Anyway, what
So like the mouse is just one of these nub guys.
can't do
I
a
mean,
lot
so
about
if
that.
you're gonna put a lot of like energy into having good graphics and stuff on a computer, then to have no real mouse capabilities is kind of a bummer.
Okay.
But and then the other bummer for students, it's $900. That's kind of a ripoff. Most of the netbooks are way cheaper. So I would just wait on this guy. The price will come down, I guarantee you. So it'll be hot though for note taking.
But that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
But
So,
our favorite netbook,
our favorite netbooks, which we actually have two of them right
Yeah.
here. Start talking about it here while I get this.
so the first one we got, this is an HP Mini 1000. These are two different versions of it. They brought the price down to like $320.
$329.99.
$329.99, and this is what this guy looks like. That is really like a pretty full-size keyboard.
Yes.
That's my favorite part. It's
Definitely
tiny
our favorite
trackpad, who cares? It's for typing, for taking notes. Runs XP, you can get Ubuntu pre-installed on it.
Awesome. And this is their new one that they just released. It's by the designer Vivian Tam, who I had never heard of before, but apparently she's really popular. among-
I guess, like a purse designer or something.
Yes.
It even comes with a little purse for it,
I
a
know.
little sack.
So, if you got, but this one is twice as expensive as this one right here. This one starts
You're
at
paying for the
$699.
brand name, baby.
Yeah, but like
Vivian.
you pull this out. Well, I can't pull this out, but if you're a girl and you pull this out, you'll turn
You
heads.
might confuse it for a purse.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a little huge compact or something. I don't know.
Okay.
What
So
do
we
you
got one more laptop. We're equal opportunity reviewers, so we got a
Yes.
Mac for you,
got a MacBook Pro, which I have
which
owned
Kelly
for-
owns actually, and hopefully I'll own one of these HP Minis pretty soon. But Kelly, tell me about
okay,
it.
so I got the 15-inch MacBook Pro about a month ago. Loving it ever since. This is the new one with like the unibody as they call it. It's really nice on the inside. Like Few highlights: trackpad, awesome. Keyboard, amazing. The glass extends all the way to the edge here.
I can't.
Doesn't like
I don't like
doesn't
it.
like it.
I'm not gonna. First of all, like, Apple just blew my mind with the iPhone, and then they just give me a greener PC that's like one piece. I mean, or greener Mac that's one piece.
Okay.
It's still freaking expensive as
Well,
hell.
here's a question. What do you think of their new 17-inch notebook that was just announced on Tuesday?
Well, I want it so bad, of course.
Well, it starts at $2,800.
And that battery, 8-hour battery with 1,000 cycles, jeez.
Yeah, so the new 17-inch version of this has an 8-hour built-in battery with 1,000, like you said, 1,000 cycles.
So that's the laptops. So now let's rattle through a few other things.
Yes.
So this guy is called the Peak. We've reviewed this guy before.
Yep.
Pretty interesting.
Yep.
It looks like a BlackBerry, so you can look all hot like you got a BlackBerry. It's just email though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. I think a lot of students are probably locked into your family plans, and the priority on device upgrades is your dad's BlackBerry.
Yeah.
So, if you're in a contract, separate deal here.
Yeah.
You can get the Peak.
It's $99.99, so even $100, but
They
it's
screwed you.
$20 a month.
Oh, it's $20 a month.
Service, which you look at it in like terms of like an iPhone, and it's like, well, I'm already paying $30 a month for my 3G
data plan. It's more than just email.
Yeah.
Or it's a good present for dad.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, people who like to like keep their gadgets separate, like they own their own camera, own phone.
Can't handle having all the different things. Got to separate them out.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So that's the Peak. Next up, we got the Microsoft Arc mouse,
which I still love so much.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a portable mouse. Look at this. It folds up, portable, and then unfolds to full size.
Amazing.
It's a really cool one.
Amazing.
All right, and then it's got one of the little dongle guys that's tiny, and it just, it magnetizes in there.
And I don't know what it is about Bluetooth, but I always have the worst luck with like Bluetooth devices syncing to my computer. And so I actually prefer these little dongles, especially if they like are built in like that. So you can just like pull it out, plug it in,
starts working immediately. Yeah, Bluetooth. Bluetooth mouses are not good.
Yeah, or at least they're fidgety, I guess.
They're fidgety.
That's $59.99. Get it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep, that's out right now.
So now we're gonna do iFi, and iFi's been around for a while,
yes.
but they just announced a really cool thing. Well, let's explain iFi first. Okay, Kelly, do it.
Yeah. So iFi, it's a whole like suite of things, but basically what it comes down to is this little SD memory card with 2 gigs of memory on it. I'm holding it upside down there. And it has a little wireless chip on it. So it does 802.11b/G, I believe, or maybe just B. Not quite sure. So the idea is you take a picture and it instantly gets uploaded to your computer. You get an upgrade, the next step up of this little guy, and you can have it instantly upload to Facebook, Flickr, 23 other different photo sharing.
So think about this: you're anywhere on campus. There's Wi-Fi everywhere. Right. You just keep that in your camera, and as soon as you take pictures, they go on Facebook. None of that painful process of putting the pictures online.
Honestly, when we first got this, I was like, "This is an amazing concept, but it's going to be a pain
the networking would probably be a pain, but."
It took me 30 seconds to set up.
They're really good.
Now,
they have trouble with the splash screen stuff. That's the thing. A lot of universities do the splash screen wireless networks, and so that's a little janky. But it'll save the pictures on there until you get to a wireless spot.
Exactly. And crazy stuff that they're coming out with that they just announced. Okay, YouTube uploads. So basically, I'm thinking about just if I need to buy a new camera, I'm gonna get with an SD slot that can do stills and video. And that will replace, and not only, it'll make my flip camera better because I'll be able to take HD video, have it go instantly to YouTube.
And I have a funny feeling they might be planning on doing some streaming stuff with that. So I would look out.
That is nuts.
So like video now, just straight upload like to YouTube. You take the video, boom, it goes up.
And then I think the second thing to talk about here is the new thing that they announced is the geotagging. This is amazing. It uses the same.
You got to get like a really expensive version of the chip, I guess. So the ones we're recommending are like the home one that just goes right on your computer. That's $79.99, and then for another $20, $99.99 is the share version that lets it go to Facebook, does the video stuff to YouTube.
Yeah, but if you want to like splurge on this guy here, you can get one with geotagging built in. So, and it basically just knows all of the wireless networks in the United States, knows their like approximate location. So you take a picture, and it simply just pings all the wireless networks around you to kind of triangulate your position.
Even hidden ones, even ones with passwords, it figures it out.
It doesn't actually connect to them, it just pings them. And so I think that's amazing. So like you have like instant, just, you know exactly where you took the pictures, and like Flickr has a cool way of organizing that stuff.
So sweeto, we're loving iFi.
Exactly.
So now let's get on to something we don't like so much.
Yes.
This is the Fly Fusion thing. It's the Leapfrog guys who made this, and it's supposed to be for students. And it's a note-taking dealio, where you take notes and it records what you're writing in like written form, and then you can upload it to your computer.
Yeah.
So you can actually have like a digital form of your notes. You can organize them afterwards and stuff. But there's a bunch of things wrong with it.
I don't even want to talk about this. Just go over it.
Okay, all right, so here we go.
Going,
It has proprietary paper.
Yeah.
So you have to buy these special notebooks that it works with. I mean, they're only like $4 now.
Yeah.
They're getting better. But it does have some like kind of cool little things in the front little flap here. They thought it through pretty well. So you can just like, you can type things like into the calculator, and then it'll speak out the answer. So I can be like 9 plus 9, and then the speaker in here will say that it's 18, which I couldn't do myself. You can load MP3s on it. There's a little player here. You plug in your headphones. So, but we're gonna give it a no dice.
Yeah. No dice on that.
Okay, so $29.99. It used to be way more expensive for this whole setup system, but
it's like it's not
one thing that does not need to be revolutionized is paper and pen. I just like how simple that is. I can just take out a pen and a paper anywhere, and it just works. So
yeah. Okay, so next up we got
no Mac compatibility either.
We got two sets of headphones that we want to talk about. Both in-ear headphones here. So the first one...
So it won't mess up your hair, ladies.
Exactly. So the first one, these are like the fancy new Dr. Dre headphones.
The in-ear version. So there's been like a lot of hype about the studio ones that are intense.
$150. These are only $150. And honestly, like, I think the price would almost be worth it on these guys. For example, this right here.
This is so geeky for us to love.
I know. But the wire is flat right here, okay? I don't know if you can really see that from that far away, but so the headphone is the wire is flat. So it basically means, I don't know if you saw it when I was untangling it, but this wire does not get tangled. You can just roll it up like a belt, throw it in the little case, throw it in your pocket.
What happens is when you loop up headphones, it puts this twist into the headphones, and then but since it's a flat cord, you can tell that it's twisting, and so you wouldn't be stupid enough to continue perpetuating this endless kink in your headphones. So it's really smart.
And obviously the sound quality is absolutely amazing on these guys.
The bummer is that they kept falling out of my ears.
Oh, yeah. So I mean, but they have like different sizes.
And they're also freaking expensive. I don't blame you if you're a student, you don't want to pay $150 for some headphones.
But so if you got like some extra Christmas
dollars and you want some like name brand like Dr. Dre headphones, go for it.
Turn some heads.
But another one we want to introduce here are the Radius. What are they again? Radius.
That's the Radius Atomic headphones.
Atomic bass headphones, okay? Kind of the same thing, pretty much the same frequency response.
Yep.
Great thing that I love is the iPhone version has the same microphone that, you know, the ones that come with the phone have. Microphone, and it has the clicker in it.
So you can end a call or
skip a song with just this little one button.
Or take a call waiting or whatever.
Pretty
they
cool.
call it. Yeah.
Not a flat cord, so they didn't think of that.
Yeah.
But they're cheap. They're pretty well priced.
Yeah.
What is it again? Sorry.
That one's $50
bucks.
Yeah, for the iPhone version.
For the iPhone version, and
$40 for the normal.
$40 for the normal version.
Covering the notes.
These don't fall out of your ears. They've got kind of a funky way of like if you switch the right and the left ear. It like goes into your ear in a different angle, which is better.
Right.
Or you can do it the way that the Dr. Dre ones go in, which is just straight into the ear.
Yeah.
So two options for headphones.
I didn't get a chance to listen to these, but like the sound quality is
really
good.
Actually, and like when you look at the frequency response, it's supposedly like technically the same or better. Yeah. So we recommend those two as well.
Yep, and then last but not least, before we forget, we got a Chumby.
Oh yeah, we almost forgot the Chumby again for like the millionth time. So Chumby's kind of been around for a while.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
It's so cute.
It's a stuffed animal computer thing.
So we had this sitting on like our apartment like kitchen table for about a month there.
Yeah.
And so you set it up. You can like basically syndicate all sorts of different stuff. Like the New York Times has something. Twitter has like a little application. Facebook has something, and it just rotates through all of it.
It's like a slideshow thing. Like you see at coffee shops a lot now, those things that rotate through, like the weather and stuff. It's like having your own that you can program your own things in. Like you can program in Chuck Norris quotes to come up every once in a while.
That was funny.
So there's kind of like funny things, and I don't know. It's just weird though. I don't know. It lost its fun after a little bit.
Yeah, after about 2 weeks, it kind of like lost its luster. We just completely forgot about it. It was just taking up space.
And it's also distracting. Sometimes you just want to eat a meal in peace, and then it was right there on the kitchen table.
Yeah, this is $129. $199.
$200, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Are you sure? I think it's less in price.
But it's still over $100, which is out of the student's price range, probably.
Yes, exactly. All right. In between the craps table and all the free drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
We're up until 6 working on this, so.
Not necessarily working on this, but anyway, so we got some swag here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the products, I guess, but the primary focus is just a very important test of swag.
Yeah.
It's whether or not it can open a beer bottle. So if you want to have a little fun with this yourself, check out hackcollege.com/show. And check out episode number 5, which has 18 different ways to open beer bottles. It's literally every single method possible, and you can just interchange different products and items. You can just grab stuff off the counter and just suddenly do stuff. Here we go. This was a cool piece of swag. It's just really cool in the first place. Otter is, they make cases for stuff, watertight cases, and they make like iPhone covers that aren't necessarily watertight and stuff too. But they were giving away their little press kit thingy inside an actual Otter box.
Yeah.
So you got one for free. I had to walk across the whole freaking convention to get this. But it was worth it because I think it's gonna open a beer bottle.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
Let's see, go Otter, do it. Oh yeah.
Free 14-day Zune Pass credit card. No, that's gonna break.
I mean, we could do there's like this way of doing it with a CD. Let's do the CD then. Is that gonna be too dangerous? Is it gonna like shoot off and hit someone or something?
Ooh.
I don't think that through. I've heard that, so like with a credit card, this is a little flimsy. You can do the same thing as with a CD, which is where you just like wrap at the side of the cap over and over again.
Yeah.
And after about like 10 tries, it just somehow, that bottle cap will just pop right off.
Yeah. Pretty nuts.
This looks like we're advertising for Sam Adams, doesn't it? Should we try it? I don't know.
Let's move on and save it for the end if we have time. So we got a little alarm clock here.
It's an alarm clock from Sharp.
Yep, this is part of the package that they're giving like all the bloggers who like hang out in the Blogger Lounge, the Sharp Blogger Lounge behind us. So it's pretty cool. I feel bad ruining that screen, so
yeah, we're gonna
give that a try.
We're gonna ruin this, basically. So here, it's got like one of these clear screen dealios. Yeah. Fancy, thank you, Sharp.
It's gonna work. It'll do it.
It's gonna work, I bet. I'm ending up using I don't want this glass to like break in my hands.
There it is. There it is. You got it. You got it.
Bingo.
Bingo. It can open a beer bottle.
It can open a beer bottle. It just doesn't make it the whole way.
Yeah. Well, we got another one. Yeah. What do you want next here?
What do we have here left?
There's this little like globe thing.
What is that? Where'd you get that?
It's also in the just like the swag bag that the bloggers get at the Blogger Lounge.
Well, actually, maybe I'll throw in Magic Jack was straight up just giving out their products, which is pretty cool. You might have seen the really cheap infomercial that these guys put on. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty good, especially for a college student, because all of the phone services on campuses are just, terrible.
Or you actually have to pay for them.
Yeah, you have to pay for them usually, and they're usually like outsourced to some company that just rips off the college.
Yeah.
So basically what this guy does, and you only need one phone in your dorm room, so you just plug this in your USB port and then plug a phone jack into the back.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to use.
It's actually pretty cool, and it's got like see-through here, and you can see like all like the circuitry and stuff, and I think it's a great idea. And they're just handing these out for free.
You think it's okay if I drink the beers? I kind of need a refreshment.
Go for it. I'm gonna stick to water.
So here we go,
Magic
Magic
them
Jack.
out for the It Won't Stay in Vegas party.
Okay, so yeah, these cost $49 or so,
Yeah,
like 40 bucks,
50.
40, 50 bucks. And then it's 20 bucks per year. But the first year is free with it.
Yeah.
So you can get through your freshman year.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Oh gosh. Hopefully this survives.
Magic Jack, come on, do you make a durable product? It's not looking good so far. Will it open a beer bottle? It does. Magic Jack, pass the test.
And it'll
still work. It'll still
Wow.
work. And if you leave the little peely thing on, oh look, I
Oh.
peeled off half the damage.
Wow,
All right.
that's impressive. Oh, here we go. Next
I
one.
got excited for this. Oh yeah.
So there's
This is
this.
a folding chair.
This is ridiculous. So there's something called Center Stage being put on. A group of bloggers got together, and the PR company called BuzzCore put this thing on because they're tired of how bloggers are being treated as second-class citizens, as they say.
Yeah.
At CES, so they're putting this thing on at the Wynn. Really cool, having like HP, American Airlines, Microsoft, just everyone like come through here, give presentations, and these companies are actually shelling out huge bucks just to like be able to like talk to these influential bloggers.
So instead of the bloggers going around to the kiosks,
Yeah.
it's like the kiosks come to the bloggers, kind of
like RSS
interesting.
or something, you know?
Yeah, it's like RSS. Nice.
And so they have these sweet folding chairs as swag, and I'm sure there'll be an edge
There's
on
probably
here.
lots of creative ways to do this one.
I'm
It
thinking,
might be like a two-man deal, though. You know,
do you want to hold it like that?
hold it like that, and then,
And you won't be able to see this, but you'll hopefully
but you'll
be able to
hear it perhaps.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Okay.
I want them to see. What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
a pound down kind of
Yeah,
deal.
just like the pound down
pound
method.
down. All right. Let's see if I can just hold it. I'm not gonna be able to hold it and do it.
Well,
Or we'll put it
Brace it on the chair. Yeah, that's a
good
good
call.
idea.
Thank you. Thank you.
okay,
Jim. All
here
right.
we go.
Pound.
All right, let's get it hooked in here. Oh, wait, this is a twist off.
Twist off. Almost a horrible happening. there.
That was almost a disaster. Okay, here we go. All right.
Harder. Oh.
Oh no. Uh-oh, no, that's
Are you breaking?
that's,
You're
that's
breaking
chipping
the chair.
rubber.
We've got more
It's gotta
edges
be,
to try,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, give it a try.
It's close.
You're much better at me than this.
You just gotta not care about your hand, basically.
Yeah, okay.
If we could get like some
Is there, like,
tubing,
a
I
metal
feel like this
edge?
is giving too much. Yeah, metal edge would be good, or like maybe we can just. Yeah, it's breaking.
Yeah. Or, oh, that would be
slick if somehow.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
gonna
spill it
spray
too.
everywhere.
There we go, like this.
Yeah.
We might not get invited back.
Yeah, we might not get invited back.
And there's cords now.
Yeah.
Oh no, the chair didn't work.
The chair didn't work. I was sure this was going to work, but once
Once you've opened
once
your beers,
you've opened your beer, you have like two little
you have
spots
two
to
spots
put
to
it.
keep them. So
Is there anything else up here that would be interesting?
forget 'em.
Actually,
move on. Okay, so Kelly wants to test our swag now.
yeah. So we have our own swag here, which is a
I
beer
don't,
mug.
it's gonna break, dude.
Yeah, that'll shoot glass everywhere. Yeah, that'd be bad.
That edge could possibly.
Yeah, no. we don't want to be.
We'll put ourselves to
outta
the
here by
test maybe on a
security,
little
yeah.
video separately.
Yeah.
But anyway, onward.
Onward.
A little word from one of our sponsors. It's Kegworks. Kegworks.com is where you can check them out. Obviously, we like our drinking.
Yeah.
You know. So Kegworks is the place where you can get all your drinking paraphernalia, accessories,
Yeah.
like micro-brewing kits,
Or bottle openers.
bottle openers. They've got like plenty. They've got like those cool ones that you can mount on the wall that just like chink.
Yeah.
Put a little
those are
trash
good.
can
Those are
below
good.
that, and
Yeah.
you're just golden.
Yeah.
Visit hackcollege.com/kegworks. Pardon the voice crack there. Dang. Proving my age, I guess. Hackcollege.com/kegworks. And check out. We've got tons of little product suggestions, really cool stuff
Yeah.
for your dorm or your off-campus housing.
Do they do gift cards?
Gift cards?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can buy yourself a gift card.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or tell someone else to buy you a gift card for your birthday or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
now that the holidays are over. Well, anyway,
All right,
moving
yeah.
onward, we want to bring up Dignation producer David Prager,
Yeah.
the famed man, and dig into his past a little bit.
A little bit.
Come on up here, David. We got some beers for you.
Hey guys,
How you doing, Prager?
thanks for the beers.
Yeah. Those are good.
All these are mine.
He's nervous. Yeah, they're all for you.
Yeah, they're all for
Thanks.
you.
No, we'll get him out of the way so we can see his pretty face.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Is everyone out there in hearing me?
are they hearing us?
Good,
Give
good,
a round
good,
of
good,
applause
good.
for David Prager.
Hey.
So Prager, I guess the number one question that we might be wondering about college for you is,
Yes.
did you go to college?
I did.
Where did you go to college?
I went to college at a small little school in San Antonio, Texas called Trinity University.
Trinity, yeah.
Yes.
I got friends there.
It's got about 2,500 undergrads, if that.
Oh. Wow.
It's pretty small. What's it doing these days?
Right now,
Do you get the alumni magazine?
I get, well, anyone who went to a 4-year school, I'm sure knows that as soon as you're done with the 4-year school, you get inundated with requests to make donations, and so Trinity University follows suit
Man.
in requesting
already
donations.
paying so much, though.
You know, I guess I'd like to take pride in the fact that I went ahead and completed school because so many people in this industry seem to be dropouts. You know, Bill Gates all the way down to Kevin Rose.
Yeah.
And I mean, plenty of filmmakers have done the same thing, right? Like P.T.
Yeah.
Anderson. I don't know,
So,
because you're a producer, right? I mean, primarily, right?
Primarily, I went to school and studied media,
Yeah.
studied communication.
Media?
I got a minor in media studies.
Okay. So that's that you said that's under like communication as a head.
I majored in communication. The only sad thing about that is that it's probably the easiest major that I could have chosen to take, in my opinion.
wrong?
No, not at all. I mean, you know, I could have studied biology and chemistry and mathematics and
Did you think about
physics.
Did you think about like a science thing, sort of? Is that why?
So, I always wanted to kind of be into broadcast journalism. I always thought that was the route that I wanted to take. That's just where I had my interest. I was always a news junkie, and I still am. And then getting out of school, I thought that I might try to pursue getting a job for a traditional broadcast network in probably small market local news, which quite frankly I'm not very interested in at all. And you know, it's probably it's dying out just because of even the kinds of stuff that you know, Revision 3 is doing, because of the fact that, you know, the world of television and the way it works is rapidly changing because of the internet. So I found a little network called ZDTV amongst my search for places that I might find gainful employment. I didn't study computers in school at all, but I always had a very keen interest, and I used them growing up, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And so I found there was a cable television network that focused primarily on technology, and even more so than that, really just computers in general. So I sent a guy named Jim Louderback an email, and I said, hey, this is why I think that you guys should hire me over at Tech TV, or it was ZDTV at the time. And lo and behold, I got a job there, and a lot of things happened between now and then. But
So did you go straight into ZDTV right after graduation, or like was there?
They did indeed.
Oh man!
So now did you line up the job before you graduated?
This is what
or
we're trying to
was
figure
there
out
like
right
a
now.
buffer zone right here because we're graduating?
So most
soon?
schools end in the summer. So I graduated in May, I think. I spent that summer, for the most part, just kind of having fun hanging out in the city where I went to school, which is San Antonio, Texas. I grew up in San Diego. And then after that summer, part of that summer, I spent time sending out letters and sending out little reels and stuff, and I got responses from a few of them. I almost got a job in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I almost got a job for CNN en Español because I speak Spanish. That would have been kind of fun. So my life could have been drastically different. So I sent letters around. Those are some of the places that gave me responses. Sent some stuff over to ZDTV, which was Ziff Davis Publishing, started a television network, got bought by Paul Allen, turned into Tech TV. Anyway, moved home for maybe 2 months, and then I started my job in early November. So it took all of summer and then into early November. Some people take a lot longer. Some people have something before they even graduate. And also, it depends on if you're looking to go to grad school. If you're looking to do something where you spend so many years doing your trade and then go into grad school or not. I was looking to just go straight into the market. And of course, I was graduating at a time, unlike 2008, 2009, there's no looming recession. I was at the very beginning, actually right in the middle stages of the dot-com boom 1.0. So it was kind of an exciting time to move to San Francisco.
What was the status of your student loans? Do you remember dealing with that? Like, and because that's something I'm scared of too, right? Upon graduation, I got to start paying out.
So.
Are you still paying them?
I was very, 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 very fortunate that I love my mom and dad, and I didn't have to pay back student loans.
Yeah.
But you know, I learned a lot about budgeting, and you learn about when you get out of college and you're making money, and you know how much you make, and you know what your expenses are, and you have to think about creating budgets for yourself. And you know, if you owe money to credit cards, to student loans, to whatever, you try to set some goals on budgeting. This is how much I'm going to spend to live my life, and this is how much I'm going to spend to pay certain things off. This is how much I'm going to put away, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Do you still have friends who are paying student loans? I mean,
I do.
Wow.
I do.
Of course.
And some of it depends on what you do. I mean, I have friends who do very noble things for nonprofits, and it's very amiable to see people, you know, lead certain lives that the way they want, where they're able to, you know, get satisfaction in benefiting the world the way they want to do it. Other people might do things that might generate more money for them, and it just depends on, well, what you're able to get from your education and what you're able to get from an employment perspective, if you want to be entrepreneurial and start something yourself, and then what you really want in terms of, you know, money doesn't lead to all things happiness. It helps, but, you know, some people are in debt longer, not necessarily because they're screwing up. That's because they're doing what they want to do.
What was your like monetary situation in college? You know, we're all on tight budgets when we're in college. Did you have like a campus job? What was
I love my mom and dad who gave me a lot of stuff, but they gave me like so much money. I remember my senior year in college, they gave me like so much money per month. They give me that much money, basically a living fee, and it was kind of like, well, we'll give you this much, but if you get a job, then we won't. And I thought, well, wait a second. So what I ended up doing is I got a job and made money, but I didn't tell my parents because I figured, well, they'll give me money and then I'll make more money because it seemed logical. I told them that, and I said, wouldn't you have done the same thing? And they reluctantly agreed.
Kind of?
Okay. So as a result, then I had a lot more spending money to do stuff.
That's kind of an interesting conundrum that like a lot of my friends are in, where they just, you know, don't have the work-study job, and it's like, it sucks that you can't be like, I want to earn more money. Like, you're just restricted to this budget that your parents put you on. It's kind of a lot of freedom when you start like working, you know, even if it's just a work-study job. So,
but if you want to talk about hacking in college.
Ooh, yeah, I do want to talk about it. Give me a story.
Well, I just thought of one just right now, since obviously I don't know what you guys want to talk about, because here we are at CES and we're talking about college, but it's Hack College. So I don't think they make laundry machines that function the same way that these did, but when I was starting in school in 1996, 1995, you'd put the quarters in up, you'd slot them in and then push the quarter machine in and pop back out. So what you could do is you could take dental floss, dental floss, and you could wrap it around the quarters, and you can hold them just the right amount of tightness where you can push it in, make sure that they don't fall back down. So you just push it in, you'd hold the dental floss that was wrapped around the corners, then pull it back out, and it would start the machine.
Nice.
So we were doing that in college, a lot of it. So for free laundry.
So. Yeah, everyone on campus has the swipey cards now, just like little cards with magnetic strips. And I bet if you confiscated a card reader machine, it would be possible to just figure out a master key or change some value and give yourself $3,000.
You were, I don't know if I should say this live, but we had access to it like a Tesla card reader, and we were just like a step away. I mean, it was a little more in trouble than it was worth, but we were gonna make fake cards that would scan that you were 21, because there's on-campus booths that are
before we turned 21.
Well, no, the first idea was to actually get like a teacher thing encoded into your card, so you could get in the teacher parking. It's really good.
I mean, there's a lot of little things like that.
So back when I started college, it was 1995, and so the internet, as far as the World Wide Web, was really just kind of getting off the ground. But you know, being pretty forward-thinking school, and like most colleges were, early adopters of computer networking in general. Just most universities are. Yeah. So we had, places where you could plug Ethernet into the wall, but the internet was very nascent, and MP3s. Most people still back then, no one really. I'd say the average person, average college student, probably might have not known what an MP3 was, or it was just kind of starting. Oh, MP3 is a digital compression for multimedia music, audio. So I remember, this is before Napster and a lot of P2P file sharing things, but I remember that you could plug your computer into the wall and you could see other people's computers using, I think Windows 95 just came out. So you could do some simple networking where you could make folders available publicly. And I still remember the day I discovered that I could browse through other people's computers, but they didn't know that they were making it available. So you'd be looking at all these other people's computers and going through all their stuff, and not because you're really wanting to screw them, but it's there to look at and read, and so you just do it.
Fascinating.
And I also remember, the reason I brought up MP3s is that once people started to realize, oh, you can look at other people's computers, but kind of look at it on a permissions, understanding the permissions.
Yeah, exactly.
People would put their music in there. So instead of downloading music or file trading online, we'd use the local area network, and everyone would be swapping all their music. And then people would be learning about, oh, I can take my CDs and rip them and encode them as MP3s and put them online, and then everyone could share all this music. And I'm sure that the music industry didn't even think that this stuff might be happening.
Oh, yeah.
But in a way, it was more advanced than downloading a song at a time through what people did with Napster. Napster's like, people weren't really downloading you could find an entire album, but it was a song at a time.
Exactly.
Like, back in, when I was in college, you just take an entire folder off of a network, off of a network folder, and you just, it's like, here's my 25, 30 albums, you just drag and drop.
Right. 4 years ago, like, people were still getting away with that, and now they've just cracked down so hard on, like, keeping the network secure and not.
There are companies out there whose sole existence is to just develop stuff that tracks file trading on campus and networks. I mean, it's pretty nuts, but
Do you have any favorite teachers that you remember? Any favorite professors back in the day? Favorite classes?
I have a few professors that were pretty cool.
Do you still keep in touch with any by any chance?
Not really. I had a couple good ones. One of them was a really good management. I took some kind of conflict management negotiation. It was like some kind of grad school course offered to undergrads. It was really cool. I learned a lot of stuff in that class.
Teachers? What did the guy look like? Did he have one of the blazers with the elbow patches and stuff?
No. It was she was a woman. She was from Belgium, I believe, originally.
Okay.
And she was pretty good. Trying to remember her name. Doctor. I don't remember. It's been almost 10 years, which is ridiculous. So.
Yeah. Wow. Well, anyway.
All right.
What do you want to know?
David, thank you for coming on with us. Really appreciate it. You shed some light on
CES related. How are you liking CES?
Yeah, it's great. It's interesting because yesterday versus today being Saturday, the second to last day, it's a lot more empty than it was yesterday. And there are fewer exhibitors this year. Walking around inside the convention center, I wouldn't notice that there are fewer, but if you look at the pamphlets and you look at the number of exhibitors, it's down. So that said, there's a lot of glitz and glam that's still here.
So
anyway, thank you, David.
All right. Well,
David Prager, producer of Dignation. Again for coming on here.
That's all we got for today. A little hackneyed show that we threw together last night.
Threw it together in the last minute in between drinking and we were out till 6 in the morning.
That was
but then still this morning when I left when I was leaving the hotel at 11. I was in the elevator with a girl who was out until 11.
Oh my gosh, well, it's Las Vegas, I guess.
So if you liked what you saw, subscribe to us on iTunes, or probably if you didn't like what you saw, also do, because usually I think we've got a higher standard for our content.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, subscribe to us on iTunes because we're, starting up our 3rd season.
The end of this month in January.
And so you'll just get it downloaded instantly if you do it that way.
And we got tons of content on our website, hackcollege.com. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Lazinski, twitter.com/Kelly Sutton. And you can also follow the website itself, just twitter.com/hackcollege. So
all sorts of stuff for you.
Until until the end of January.
What did I write for this? Until then, may semester 2 open many more beer bottles than all the swag did.
See you.
Catch you later.